Hi, kids. This is your friend Hopalong Cassidy. I want to tell you the story about the time Lucky, California, and I went into town for an evening. We got all dressed up, as you can see if you look at us on page 1 of your picture book. There was a big square dance going on at the town hall, and Lucky and California were pretty anxious to go. By the time we got there, things were well underway and the whole town was dancing to the music of the cowboy band. I'll tell you more about it if you'll just turn the page whenever I jingle my spurs. Like this. There. If you turn to page 2, you can see Lucky. He's got himself a dancing partner already. Just look at him go.
Now the man left to the old left hand, and the right to your partner go right and left grand. Hand over hand go right and left grand. Whirl them right and whirl them wrong, and straighten them out and trot them along. First and third mile and swing, and lead right out to the right of the ring, and the birdie in the cage and close the doors. 6 hands up and walk the floors. Bird flies out, the crow hops in. 6 hands up and go on again.
And take a look at California. He's got a partner, too.
Hot chickadee, here we go. Slip on a tail. Wing will hold California, the cold me. How am I doing, Hoppy, huh? Crow hops out with the 4 hands up and around and around and around you go. When you break it up with a do-si-do and a chicken gingerbread pan kicking out dough.
Well, everyone was having a fine time, when all of a sudden a lone bandit with a mask appeared in the doorway with a gun in each hand and shouted,
"Stick him up! Don't anybody make a move. Now, drop your money and jewelry on the floor in front of you."
Well, there was nothing we could do. We had all checked our guns at the door when we came. So all of us just stood there while he picked up everyone's valuables and then said,
All right, now stay put till I get out of here.
and he rode off into the night. Well, it was too dark to do anything that night. The next morning, Lucky and I got up very early, just as the sun was coming up.
How do you figure to find this bandit, Hoppy?
I'm not quite sure, Lucky, but he can't have gone very far during the night. Let's take a ride in the direction he went. I have an idea that might work.
How about California? He's still asleep.
Let him sleep. We'll move faster without him anyway. Let's get outside, get on our horses, and be on our way. Well, we got a long way to go before we're apt to catch any sign of him.
Guess I can sing in that case, eh, Hoppy?
Hopalong, that's how you spell Hopalong. He rides and shoots and fights against the people who are doing wrong. Cassidy, Cassidy is the rest. Of all my friends, I know that Hopalong Cassidy is the best.
Look, Lucky, I see campfire smoke. Let's ride over that way. Now, whatever I say, don't act surprised. The bandit last night had on a mask, and there's no way of knowing what he looks like. And the way he talked, I figure he was disguising his voice. But I've got a little plan that might just work.
Okay, Hoppy. What's your plan? How do you...
Shh! There's someone sitting by the fire. Let me do the talking. Howdy, stranger. Mighty chilly today. Mind if we warm up by your campfire?
Not at all. Help yourself to some coffee, too. Out rounding up stray cattle?
No, we're on our way into town for the big square dance tonight. One they had last night was sort of spoiled when a bandit held up everybody. But we figure he wouldn't be likely to come back so soon. So there'll be a big time at the town hall, with no one worrying about any bandits tonight.
See what you mean. Nobody'd be worrying about bandits tonight. You could make up for the spoiled fun last night, huh?
Right. Well, thanks for the coffee, stranger. Better be on our way, eh, Lucky?
Oh, sure, Hoppy.
We kept riding all over that countryside. Next fellow we met was an old codger with his burro. I gave him the same story about the coming square dance.
That's so. That's so. So you figured to have another dance tonight, huh? Well, don't suppose no bandit would come back 2 times in a row. Remember one time, though, about 20 years ago, some fellers robbed the stage. Took the money box right off her. About 8 miles further down the road, another feller held up the same stage. He got so mad when he found somebody had beat him to it, he went straight.
Well, don't think there'll be another try tonight. So long, stranger.
So long.
Hoppy, what's the idea of telling all these people there'll be another square dance tonight?
Because there will be, Lucky. We'll arrange it when we get back. I figure there's a good chance that one of the people we talked to is the one who held us up last night. And they're not apt to turn down such an easy chance for another haul. So let's keep riding so we can cover this whole area and get back by sundown. There's a lot of territory to cover.
Look, Hoppy, there are 3 cowboys in front of that old cabin. Guess they're taking time out after lunch to play a little music. One has a fiddle and one has a guitar. That other has a bull fiddle. Don't imagine there's any use talking to them.
Well, let's ride over and listen to a little music anyway. In spite of what Lucky said, I didn't take any chances. I even told them about the square dance. The next person we met was a tough-looking hombre. He was riding easily down the road, and I stopped him by asking the road back to town. Then I got in the story about the square dance, and he was quite interested.
So they're having another dance tonight, eh? Well, that's of no interest to me. Never did like dancing to girls much. Don't even care for music. Nope. You won't see me at that square dance tonight. Got no time for the likes of that.
Well, we continued riding, and everyone we saw we told about the square dance. And we made sure they understood that we did not expect the bandit back. The last man we met on the way home was a big fat man, a jolly fellow who thought the whole thing was a big joke.
It took your money right off you at the dance. That's a hot one. So you plan to have another dance tonight, eh? Well, if you don't make it the first time, try again, I always say. The dance, I mean.
By that time, it was getting late, so we headed back into town. California was there to meet us, and he was hopping mad.
Where in tarnation you been? Why didn't you wake me? Doggone it, you've been out riding all day, doing I don't know what, and you leave me here in town not knowing what you was up to or nothing, and doggone it, if that ain't...
Simmer down, California. We need your help. Get around town and tell everyone there's a big square dance in the town hall tonight. And be sure and get the orchestra over there, too.
Square dance? Oh, what do you mean, square dance? We just had one last night and lost all our money. Why,
Never mind, California. Just get going. Lucky and I have things to do.
Hoppy, I ain't, all right. Doggone if I know what that Hoppy's up to half the time. He just says, California, do this, do that. Well, I guess he knows best.
Well, that night, everyone came to the square dance. But before they got there, I hid myself in some bushes outside. I had Lucky and California go into the dance so as not to arouse any suspicion. Since I hadn't danced the night before, I figured no one would miss me if they looked over the dance before trying to hold it up. It didn't take long for the dance to get underway. As I watched from outside, I saw a figure peek in the window for a while, then put a handkerchief over his face, step up to the doorway, and...
All right, everybody, stick 'em up.
It's the same fellow.
All right, quiet. Now, stop dropping your money on the floor. Just like last night.
Oh, yeah? Suppose you start dropping your guns on the floor instead, mister, because my guns are right in your back.
What the... How did...
Drop 'em, I said. Now let's rip this mask off and see who you are. Well, if it isn't the hombre who doesn't like square dances. So you fell for my little story about not expecting anyone tonight. Well, this is one square dance you won't have to worry about attending. Off to the sheriff for you. Everybody back to dancing, and you have nothing to worry about now. Well, California, why aren't you in there dancing? Lucky's got himself a partner already.
Dance? Not me. You know, you ain't the only smart one around here. Guess I can do a thing or two myself. I'm gonna give the call. Here we go with the old mess wagon, the hind wheel broken, the axle dragging. Meet your honey and fatter in the head.
Well, kids, that's the story of the square dance holdup. Next time you go to a square dance, better not check your guns at the door. Never can tell when you might need them.